welcome into the Guest Room Podcast. I'm your host, Mike. That's Kevin over there.
Time.
That's Andy.
2.
And that's KD.
Play.
Yeah. Time to play. Listeners, are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, listeners. Oh, man. Is that the sound of our average listener?
Yes.
Mike, for the first time in, I don't know, the last 4 times we recorded, there's nobody else in the guest room.
Yeah.
And that's the time that you address the listeners.
It's empty in here.
Yeah.
Listeners, by the way, just before we get anywhere else, if you listen to this podcast, which we know you do, share it with someone today. Go just text a friend that you know doesn't listen to the Guest Room Podcast and let them know about it, why it makes your day better. All right. It's a welcome in. It's a trivia podcast. We're glad you're here. Make yourselves comfortable. We're going to ask you to play a little game today with
Andy's
us.
really comfortable.
He got to pick his chair.
It's been
It's
many
been,
sessions of uncomfortable lounge stuff.
Uncomfortable lounge stuff.
That is not the secret phrase.
that has also coincided with you. I mean, you've had some good scores lately, so maybe we want you to have uncomfortable lounge stuff.
Okay, let's see how they are proportional to each other.
Okay.
Speaking of secret phrase, we're gonna play the secret phrase game today. One of us has been assigned a secret phrase by the other 3 hosts, and it's your job, listener, to figure out who said it and what they said. And why? Why would you play along, you ask? Well, because if you're right, you can get entered into a monthly drawing. The winner of which gets some sort of guest room branded something from our shop. So that's fun.
That is fun.
And, maybe you're in need of clothing. And
You got holes in your socks
Yeah.
and your chones.
I don't know if we sell socks or chones, but
What's a chone?
Chonies.
his expression didn't change.
Like, you know,
Chonathies.
it's like when people speak a foreign language and it's like, let me talk louder and slower.
I'll say it twice. Chonies. Chonies.
Oh. Chonays.
We're going to play another game today. I think Katie was disappointed that we didn't go into what chonies were.
Use your imagination.
Yep.
I'm trying.
Describe what you think it is.
The only clothing item that I know for sure starts with a ch or chacos. So
Chacos?
they're sandals.
What about chinos?
That's what I
Are
was.
those pants?
Yeah, I think they come in pant or short.
What about chevron shirts?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That would be chevron shirts.
Corduroy.
It's not the same sound.
It's corduroy.
That's how I say it.
What
that
else?
milk?
What else are we playing today, Mike?
Well,
what about
we're playing a game of Jeopardy. But we don't call it that. We call it on the Guest Room Podcast a
Chebisode.
Whoa. Matthew made an appearance.
Wow.
Today's episode has been brought to us by me. So I'm just going to go ahead and fish slap you through my categories.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Ouch.
I have to delete the previous categories.
Yeah, do that.
Those are good ones.
Oh, Lackelbib Stolpe Rots.
Great time we had.
Good
Yep.
times.
Put on and put off.
All right, category 1.
Only 43 of you will get that.
Oh, hopefully all 43 are listening. First category is OOTEE.
Spelling?
OOTEEDEE.
Ooh, that's
What?
not how I would spell it.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I always thought it was with an N, but the
Same.
internet thought it was with a D.
OOTD. Okay.
Question or category 2: Beloved.
Beloved.
Yeah. Rancid.
Okay.
Ironic. Eggy.
Are
Hey.
these just words that Kevin started a sentence off with?
Namely.
No, he did what I told him to do.
Yeah, wow.
I was the cause of his
Nice.
whatever.
It was enough inspiration to get it done.
Yeah.
So that's that. KD, you're going to be starting us off today.
Cool.
Chul.
Shul. Let's go UTD for 100.
OTD!
Sorry. UTD.
For 100. These are Star Wars creatures.
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, the back is nice.
For one, despite having never progressed past Stone Age technology, these furry creatures are the dominant species
KD.
on KD.
Ewoks.
Ewok is correct.
Let's go to Eggy for 100.
Eggy. These are egg cooking methods.
Oh. So you kind
Ways to
of
prepare eggs or ways to cook eggs or things that cook eggs?
Not things that cook eggs. Preparation methods.
Okay.
Hens.
You said. You said for one.
for one.
Place an egg in its shell in a pot of hot water and Andy.
Hard boiled.
Kitty.
Hard boiled is correct.
I thought it might
Wait,
be
let Katie
soft-boiled.
lose some points
Yeah,
here.
hold on. Let Katie answer first. 200
For two. Pour beaten eggs into a pan.
Andy.
Kevin.
Scrambled.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Oh, keep going.
Pour beaten eggs into a pan and let sit and cook in a flat circle until
Katie.
firm. Katie.
Omelet.
Omelet is correct.
300.
For three.
This is almost like stupid answers.
I suppose it's more like potatoes.
Except eggs.
Yeah. Wait, is because I suggested you rehash the potato category? Is that why you're doing this?
Rehash.
Oh, nice. Pun intended.
No.
No, I had already started eggy by the time you made that comment.
Nice.
For three, you said? Mm-hmm. Crack an egg into a buttered... Kevin.
Fried. You're looking for a specific type of fried. Over easy.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Crack an egg into a buttered pan and fry until edges turn brown, but do not flip.
Kitty.
Andy.
Sunny side up.
Sunny side up is correct.
Darn it.
400.
No.
Oh, hit me with it. Oh, yeah.
He enjoyed that sounder. All right, here we go. Andy.
Just let me risk all 11 billion of my points. So far.
11 billion. Is that really how many he has? 11 billion. Okay.
Like Serena that one time.
Yeah. Yeah. However many I have, just risk it.
What is it really, like 500?
All right.
4.
Okay. All 400
That
of your
sounds
points.
cooler to say.
on
I'll
this-
risk it all.
On this previously 400-point question that is now a daily double. Carefully drop a cracked egg into a pot of hot, swirling water with a splash of vinegar, then remove with slotted spoon after 5 minutes.
Oh, that's a poached egg.
That is correct.
Yeah. 500.
For 5. Crack an egg into a buttered pan and fry until edges turn brown, then flip and Kevin.
Over easy.
That's correct.
6.
For 6. Pour beaten eggs into a pan and let sit and cook in flat circle. Add various other ingredients as desired, then serve without folding.
Oh.
Hold on, call.
I have an idea, but
I have an employee who gets this like once or twice a week.
Whoa. Where?
Wildflower.
Bread company?
Yeah.
You don't fold the eggs?
Be quiet.
I'm trying to help you.
I'm trying to help you.
You all could.
She has
buzz in, right?
offered me some before.
Kevin, would you like some eggs?
Eggs New York.
It's like a name that doesn't fit.
Oh.
Eggs unscrambled.
What did I just have?
You had a Mike and Ike Berry Blast.
Blueberry.
Underrated.
Berry Blast or Blueberry?
Berry Blast. Because when Andy asked me if I wanted Berry Blast, I was thinking the purple Skittles, which is not the same as Mike and
Oh,
Ike's.
aren't those wild berry?
Yes.
Okay.
But I heard berry. Mm-hmm. So I was expecting that flavor profile.
Yeah.
And this is different. But I like it.
Who recently had a sour candy category
I did.
that featured Mike and Ike's, which is not A sour candy.
Well, but there are sour Mike and Ike's though.
Are you thinking of Zowers?
No. If you heard Andy on the phone earlier,
Yeah,
one
if
of
you
the
heard me on the phone,
one of the options was sour.
If you
Mike
gave me an
and Ike's.
hour,
So
I
you
could
have to
probably come up with it.
specifically specify, which is one of the ways you can specify.
Yes. I would hope if you're going to specify, it was
You do it
specific.
specifically. Any guesses for no points?
Scrambled.
No.
Frittata.
Yes.
Nelly
Oh.
frittata.
I've heard that.
If you gave me an hour, I could have come
Basically, a frittata is
Like a quiche.
No.
it's more like an omelet that you didn't fold.
up with it. Yeah, it's like,
Like a quiche.
open face.
No.
Kevin, where are we going?
Stupid. Utidi for 200.
TD for 2. You were the most depressed sounding.
I can't believe you put the Daily Double on a poached egg.
I mean, that's a weirder
That could've
cooking
been
method
worse.
than all the other ones, except maybe frittata. Question in Utidi, 200 points.
Good sentence, Mike.
Thank you. A common pack animal in the Star Wars galaxy, these lumbering creatures are native to Tatooine and produce an enjoyable
Kevin?
Kevin.
Bantha,
Yeah.
Oh.
Blue milk.
300.
For 3. This is a giant. No, I'm sorry. Not a giant.
3.
For 3. This is a plant-like predator that lives for thousands of years in desert worlds, most notably as a Hutt's
Kevin?
pet. Kevin.
Sarlacc,
Sarlacc is correct.
Oh,
400.
good. I thought Sarlacc maybe was its name.
No. Fur-covered how do you pronounce that word? Bipedal?
Kevin,
Kevin.
Wampa,
Sorry, that's incorrect. Fur-covered bipedal reptiles. These creatures are capable mounts that keep themselves
Yep.
warm with 2 sets of nostrils and keep others warm
stupid.
with 1 set of entrails.
Hold on.
It's like you created this board to kill me. Like, I'm going to give him just enough information that there's like only one really good answer, but one answer that he could throw in if you give him one more word.
I guarantee you I'm not that smart.
Hold on. Repeat.
Hold on. Fur-covered bipedal reptiles. These creatures are capable mounts that keep themselves warm with 2 sets of nostrils and keep others warm with 1 set of entrails.
That's the sound it makes when it's
I should
trying
be
to
so
die.
far ahead already. Stupid.
Andy, any guesses? No. Have you seen Star Wars?
Yeah, but I don't remember anything about it.
All right, just making sure.
No details.
All right.
Tauntaun.
Tauntaun
my
is
gosh.
correct. Where are we going?
500.
For 5. Oh, that's weird. I missed a letter. Hailing from the swamp world of Dathomir, this fearsome predator weighs over 1,600 kilograms and first appears as a Hutt's pet.
Kevin. Rancor.
Rancor is correct.
If you typed your board, it would tell you that you missed a letter. It doesn't underline.
600.
I actually did type that one, but when you type it in Excel, it doesn't spell check.
Yeah, it doesn't.
For 6, you said?
Yeah.
The greatest of the predators on the ice world of Hoth. Kevin.
Wampa.
Wampa is correct.
Dang it.
Ironic for 100.
Ironic. Now that's ironic. These are just ironies.
Oh, okay.
But it would be ironic if they weren't, right? In 1925, this entity routinely insulted crossword puzzles and declared that
Andy,
Andy,
New York Times.
New York Times is correct.
Nice.
Their craze was dying out fast.
200.
For 2, this short story is often used as a classic example of a tragic irony, in which 2 people sell their most prized possessions. Kevin.
Gift of the Magi.
Gift of the Magi is correct.
What's that?
It's a short story that's often used as a classic example of tragic irony, in which 2 people sell their most prized possessions
A classic story of
in order to buy their lover a gift, which turns out to be an accessory for the thing that they sold.
The chick has her hair cut off and sells her hair
She has like awesome, beautiful hair.
to buy a gift for her husband. The husband buys her like these really nice like barrettes for her hair or something like that.
And he sells like a pocket watch to do it, and she buys him like a chain for his pocket watch.
Nice.
Yeah. 300.
All right, for 3. In 1893, Australia's Kalgoorlie Gold Rush
Yeah.
uncovered large amounts of gold telluride. It was originally mistaken for this and used for building material and street repairs. Years later, there was another gold rush to excavate the town's streets.
You have more points than me. Kev, you should do it.
Kevin's gesturing to KD. And Andy.
You should do it.
And Andy.
And Andrew.
Yeah.
Slalom.
Fool's Gold.
Yeah, I would have taken Fool's Gold or Pyrite.
400.
For 4 hundy sticks. Just before being shot and killed, this person was told, "You can't say that Dallas doesn't love you." To which he responded, "That's very obvious."
Whoa. Andy?
Andy,
Oh, you're doing it?
JFK.
that is correct.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
500.
Ridicule. For 5. Chinese alchemists accidentally created this in the 9th century while attempting to find... Kevin.
Gunpowder.
That's correct. An elixir of immortality.
Well, it came close.
600.
I wish that we referred to it as an elixir of mortality.
I mean, that's what it is.
Every other elixir.
For 6. H.G. Wells is on record for having called the First World War this.
Yeah,
Kitty.
90.
I don't know what to do with
That
that.
was weird.
I think we have to give it to Andy.
He definitely started first.
But, yeah. Like, you had a failure to launch on your own name.
That was weird. All right, I'll take the bystander. Andy.
I don't know if I'm right, so you might get a chance. Is it the war to end all wars?
Yeah. He originally said the war that will end war, and then it was misquoted later as the war to end all wars.
He was wrong.
Was he?
Well, in the fact that it's now called the First World War. Yes, he was wrong. Let's get a score update after half the board.
Katie has 300. Andy and I have 1900.
Whoa.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Even with thrown in the towel on one category. Let's go rancid for 100.
Rancid. These are horrible smells.
Yes.
For you said for 1?
Yeah.
Are you going to just have us smell something?
No, I wish.
Smell my?
Point to your and then smell mine.
Oh, please.
So,
no.
smell my, we meet again.
Meet Dave.
Underrated movie. Mm-hmm. In the same category as Monsters vs. Aliens.
Yeah. It's like a poor man's Monsters vs. Aliens.
Yeah. All right, for 1. In a turn of events that are almost too good to be true, scientists have determined that one of the worst smells in the solar system is emitted by this planet.
Kevin. Earth.
Sorry, that's
Andy.
incorrect. Andy.
Uranus.
Uranus is correct.
You mean Uranus?
Yes.
200.
For 2.
How do they know that?
I don't know. I think they analyzed the chemicals. For 2.
When did you start calling it Uranus?
Oh, I just said what he said. I mean,
Have you always called it that?
if he
mean,
had said
that's like-
Uranus, I would have said Uranus.
This is what they call
I would
it.
have said
No, it's
his
not.
anus.
They call it Uranus.
I don't like this version of Andy sitting in a comfy chair that is sitting
know.
back,
Yeah,
one leg
sitting
over
back.
the other,
Yeah,
just
that's nice.
absolutely dominating.
That was great.
He looks like a
Grampicular?
like a general manager in the catbird seat. He's like, yeah, you're gonna give me your 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. For 2,
Yeah.
this notorious fruit can smell
Andy.
Andy.
Durian.
That's correct.
300.
Get out of here, Andy.
This is weird. All right. For 3. While anyone could have guessed this would make the list, it took archaeologists on an excavation of a medieval Danish city to discover that it still stinks after 700 years, especially after just sitting in a bucket.
Kitty.
Katie.
Poop.
Poop. Old poop.
Wow.
That's a really dumb question.
The word I had typed was excrement.
Oh. Rancid for 4.
Since when did you call it poop?
What should I call it?
You tell me.
For 4?
Yeah.
All right, this is a handwritten one.
Uh-oh. What other things smell bad?
Mike's methodology.
Search and rescue personnel are trained
I
to
thought you said
recognize.
certain.
No.
Andy.
Andy.
Cadaver. Bodies.
Yeah, decomposing human.
Yeah.
Kevin is just agog at
Gog
Andy.
and Magog.
500? Is that the next one?
Yeah, that is the next
Okay,
one.
let's do that.
This animal's stench is said to be worse than a skunk's, which may explain why its nose is so far from the rest of its body.
Huh? I mean, I guess, but ooh.
I'm thinking of 2.
Yeah. You guess one, I'll guess the other. You're behind by a lot. Just guess.
I know.
Man, Andy is
But I'm
just
going to be behind by a lot more
Yeah,
if I get it
insufferable
wrong.
right now.
No, I'm gonna leave it go.
No, man.
Go ahead, man.
No.
You got all the points.
No.
Yeah, look at you.
Guess for no points.
No, guess for point.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
No.
is how Jeopardy should be.
Anteater?
Yeah,
Tape?
Ah,
What?
technically the lesser anteater, but yeah.
Oh. Should have guessed.
Why do they smell so bad?
They emit a really gross smell. I don't know
They eat
why.
ants,
That's
bro.
how God created them.
They're from Uranus.
Oh,
600.
durian.
For 6. This Chinese delicacy is not as old as it sounds, but it's said...
Kevin.
Andy.
Stinky tofu.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Kevin.
Whoa.
Kevin.
100-year-old egg.
I'll take it. It's called
Century egg.
century egg, but
Oh, man.
that's what 100 years
And you
is.
took Uranus.
I had a century egg
Why?
because I work for a Taiwanese company.
You didn't want to offend anyone?
Was it good?
It wasn't bad, actually. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Okay, so now I know that you lied about the first part.
What?
You didn't have a century egg.
Oh, no, I definitely did.
The white of the egg is brown.
Yeah, I did.
And the yolk is green.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I had it.
No, it wasn't good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
There's zero chance it was good.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't...
It's preserved in ash and clay.
Well, I don't know if it... Okay. I didn't have it straight out of the clay. That does remind me, though, of a story.
Okay.
I was hiking, last year.
Is that the last time you hiked?
Yeah, that was about the last time I
Hey,
hiked.
you haven't hiked that recently.
Yeah, but I got lost. Do you guys remember? Because I was calling you. I was like, "Hey, come pick me up," because I'm lost.
You've never
No.
called me.
Oh, I did. But I got. It was during a rainstorm. I got caught underneath like an overhang. It was dripping wet, and there was
Wait.
succulent cacti underneath this like overhang. And I survived on the cacti for 2 days before you guys came.
2 days?
Yeah, 2 days. before
Whoa, that
you came pick me up.
escalated
Yeah, I know. Well, it was a long
I
time.
thought you were going to say like 2 hours.
Well, it was a challenge, so I did it.
An overhang like a freeway overhang? What are you talking about?
No, like a cave overhang.
You know, like a cave.
Yeah.
Wait,
You are a diabolical liar tonight. Beloved for 3.
Beloved for 3?
Yeah.
For 3. Okay.
What's this category?
This is
Beloved thing?
These are related to a yearly Gallup poll that's been around since 1946, the most admired men in America.
gross. Are you just going to give us a year?
No, I'll give you a lot more than that. And I will. None of these will be sitting presidents because most of them were sitting presidents.
Okay.
This German-born American diplomat topped the most admired list each year. Kevin,
Henry Kissinger.
that's correct.
Wow.
Dang it.
That's Katie's.
He's the only
boy
person
right
I
there.
know in that category.
German.
German-born American
Yeah.
diplomat.
Yeah. Beloved for 5.
Beloved for 5. Weird. This man was most admired in 1946 and 47, as well as in 51, likely for his service as a U.S. Army general and service in World Wars I and II.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Patton.
That's what I would have said.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Ooh.
Repeat.
This man was most admired in 1946 and 47, as well as 51, likely for his service as a U.S. Army general and his service in World Wars I and II.
Hold on.
Question. I have to ask this really carefully. They weren't a sitting president at that time?
That's what a sitting president means.
Ike was the sitting president in 51.
Was he?
Yeah,
Thanks for telling me.
I think. Wait. Was he 50 to 58 or 52 to 60? Katie Eisenhower.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Hold on, come.
Yeah, he was too young to serve.
It's up to you,
Number
Andy.
one.
I believe, is it moral obligation time?
The thing is, I don't know his name.
That's a little bit of a problem.
Andy.
I'm looking for his name.
Andy.
Yes,
MacArthur.
that is correct. Douglas MacArthur. Andy is so intolerable.
I despise this version of Andy.
Oh, this is great. 600, beloved.
This is worse than Serena being up by 2,000 and asking us every 2 minutes what the score is.
Guys,
Can you
this
say it
never
again?
happens.
Can you say it again just so I can hear it? Beloved for 6. This Polish man, another religious figure, topped the list in 1980 and was the first non-Italian to hold his office since the 16th century.
I mean, clearly we know what office, but I don't know.
Repeat.
This Polish man, another religious figure,
Score update.
Mid-question score update?
These are my favorite.
mid-question repeat,
You've got 100. I've got 2,200. Andy's got 2,500.
Katie.
topped the list. Katie.
Pope John Paul. Oh, are you kidding me? The second.
That's correct.
Oh,
Wow.
See, I would have been able to get out as much as you at first, but I had no idea as to whether he was the second or the seventh.
Wow.
Wait. Steve Martin had that same question about the bathroom in his daughter's in-laws home.
Seventh?
Second? Seventh.
That is
Recoil.
That is a great movie. Beloved for 100.
Beloved for 1. Despite having earned 61 appearances on the top 10 most admired list in his lifetime, more than anyone else, and 8 second-place finishes, this evangelist never reached
Katie.
Katie.
Billy Graham.
Billy Graham is correct.
Beloved for 2.
For 2. Though he would eventually go on to be admired for other reasons, this man was first recognized as the most admired man in America in 1950 for his role as Supreme Commander of the Allied... Katie.
Eisenhower.
That is correct. He was most admired in 50, in like 53 through 60, and then in 67 and 68.
400.
For 4. This man was the only U.S. president since the poll was started to never top the list of most admired men. He was also the only president to never have been elected to either president or vice president. Katie.
Ford.
That is correct. Also, his birth name was Leslie Lynch King Jr.
wow.
Yeah, good change.
Yeah.
What in the world? Can we get a score update before the last category?
Katie has 1,400. I have 2,200. Andy has 2,500.
Okay. There's been some
What's this category? What's namely?
things about names.
Namely for 6.
Namely for 6.
What?
Until this president's term in 1901, the White House was known
Kevin.
as
Katie.
Kevin.
McKinley.
Sorry, that's
Katie.
incorrect. Katie.
Teddy Roosevelt.
That is correct. Was known as the President's Palace or the Executive Mansion. White House sounds less Andy-like.
Yeah.
Pretentious.
Yeah. Namely for 5.
Namely for 5. This band originally went by other names such as the Quarrymen, the Moonshiners, and Johnny and the Moondogs.
Katie,
KD.
the Beatles.
That is correct.
400.
For 4. Perhaps Earl and Clarence have family members with this name, the most common combination of identical first and last name.
Kevin. Thomas. Earl Thomas. Clarence Thomas. Thomas.
The Tank
What
Engine.
do you... I don't understand what he's asking for. Thomas.
He's looking for a full name.
Thomas Smith.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Repeat.
Perhaps Earl and Clarence have family members with this name, the most common combination of identical first and last name.
Katie.
KD.
Thomas.
Thomas is correct.
Oh, that was rough. 300.
For 3. Jake the Jailbird and Officer Edgar Mallory are the names of characters depicted in this board game.
Repeat.
Kevin. Monopoly.
That is correct.
Jake the Jailbird?
That's the guy in jail.
200.
And Officer Edgar Mallory is the guy on the opposite corner. For 2. This cartoon duck's middle name is Fauntleroy.
Kevin. Donald.
That's
Kitty.
correct.
Just in case it was Daffy.
100.
What about, who's that other one? Howard the Duck?
Do you think I know 3 ducks?
That's the name of this episode.
We'll see if Garrett listens this long. Final question to close it out, namely for 1. This type of apple was named after a real grandmother whose first name...
Katie.
Andy.
Granny Smith.
That's correct. All right, scores going into Final Jeopardy.
I have 1,700. Andy has 2,600. Katie has 2,900.
Whoa. There have been changes.
The last half of the board was different than the first half of the board.
What's the category?
Category is Here Comes the Sun.
Da-da-da-da.
I lost 2,400 points on that board.
Oh my goodness. And that's not
think-
including ones that you didn't guess for. Thank you.
Comes the sun?
I'm going to predict Kevin's going to win.
No way.
Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't think I know any other words in that song.
It's all right.
Oh, yeah, that sounds familiar.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Gosh, penmanship fail. Sorry. Here you go.
JJ Heller does a really good version of that song, by the way.
Who's the one who does the Shootin' Poodles version? Here comes
No
the
idea.
sun, shooting poodles. No? Okay. Your category, as I told you before, is Here Comes the Sun. And your question is...
Who does the shooting?
This American city with population under 250,000 boasts more hours of sunshine than any other in the world.
Under 250,000?
Yes. La, da, da.
Repeat.
Yeah, repeat.
This American city with population under 250,000 boasts more hours of sunshine than any other in the world.
Okay.
All right, we've got answers. Starting us off will be Kevin, who has written Barrow, Alaska. We'll come back to that. Andy, has written Yuma with a star and crossed out Lake Havasu. We'll come back to that. KD has written Flagstaff. It's Yuma.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, I did it again.
Did you share some strategic answers with him before this game started?
Absolutely not.
I just figured that's where a bunch of people were snowbirds. They go stay there because they don't want to see the snow. So it made sense to me.
They go to Phoenix too.
No, they go to Yuma. Yuma's full of snowbirds, though.
So if you're curious, the number 2 and 3 are both found in Egypt. Number 4 is in Chile, and number 5 is Phoenix.
Wow.
But Phoenix has more than 250,000.
Key West was the other option in my
Those
head.
way too many clouds.
Yeah, it storms too often.
Moisture, yeah.
Like moisture. But so if it's Yuma, why is it not Ehrenberg, Arizona?
Because
Or
Yuma,
Quartzsite.
because
Seems
Yuma
like
gets more.
Ehrenberg must
They're 20
get more
miles away
clouds.
from each other.
Yuma gets more.
I mean, everything is 20 miles away from something.
Yeah.
That's my point.
So at some point, you're going to have a town that is in the sunniest place.
Yeah.
And it happens to be where Yuma is.
Happens to be north of the Tropic
it
of
happens
Capricorn.
to be where. Well, I mean, there has to be a town there.
There's
there's a discrete-
There doesn't have to be.
Yes, because the question is, what town has the most sunshine per year?
Okay.
So there's a discrete number of
How much
answers.
did you bid?
Andy bid 888.
No.
No, sorry, no. Andy bid
Oh, that would've-
2593.
that would've been
KD
really
bid
weird.
888.
How many? 2593?
I think this is the final.
Oh, why am I keeping score if you can keep score?
Well, I was just doing it for Final Jeopardy. That's what Andy does. So I mean, Andy's kind of the king of the day. All right. So final scores as they stand.
I love this chair.
This was weird.
I don't like you. I'm crabby now.
Kevin,
You're the one that's supporting him sitting in that chair.
I didn't know this would happen.
It's your house. You can switch it.
Don't worry. This is never happening again. She's going to throw out all these. We're
This was all because
gonna do
Andy
this
showed up
standing
early.
next time.
Andy accidentally showed up
Accidentally showed up.
2.5 hours early.
Whoops. Whoops.
Kevin ended with 0 points. KD with foreboding 2012, and Andy with 5193. That's a big score.
Thanks.
Well done, Andy.
Thanks.
Is that his biggest score ever?
I don't think so, but I mean
Yeah.
that's biggest in a while, really for anyone.
Yeah.
That's a big score. Nice job on the O'Brien board.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
What is happening with you, Andy?
That was interesting. That was something. It really was. Well, listeners, if you think you know who said the secret phrase and what they said, don't forget to send your guess to theguessroompodcast@gmail.com. Make sure to put the episode number and SPG in the subject line, and we'll enter you into the monthly merch drawing if you're correct within 7 days of this episode airing. Also, make sure you share the podcast with a friend today. Mention that at the top of the show. Here at the bottom of the show, we're mentioning it again. And if you want more episodes, or maybe you want to get involved with the show and send in your own better questions, check out patreon.com/theguestroom podcast. If you think you can beat Andy, then
No way.
sign up.
Not this, Andy.
No way.
Sign up as a landlord, and we'll invite you in studio. Dinner's on us via you, and you'll get some guest room merch. You'll get to do a recording night with us, and I think there's some other perks. I mean, you get everything else that was on every other tier as well. So check that out.
Yep.
Still waiting on you guys, Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Jake, to
Can't wait to order Chipotle and then not get it.
Oh, delish. All right, now it's time to
I
take.
love the taste of disappointment.
KD did. This was right. Take a listen to the secret phrase from 7 days ago. You came to the right place if you were looking for the secret phrase from 7 days ago. It was this person.
It was me.
Kevin.
Kippin.
Was it a hard one?
It's one of my favorite secret phrases of all time, honestly. And I'm not sure if I missed an opportunity at some point in time or not. I was trying to searched for one at the beginning, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then about 3/4 of the way into the episode, I was getting kind of grumpy. And I said, when it rains, it pours. And then I said, African rains smell like African water, because that was the secret phrase. So that's why I said it.
Not because that's like a thing you say.
No, although you're right. It does sound like something from Wise and Otherwise.
Yeah. African rain. I was thinking, because a little peek behind the curtain here, I was the one who provided the word rains. I was thinking of the song by Toto.
Yeah, no doubt.
yeah.
And I was thinking about working it into the episode in that way at the beginning of the episode, but I just couldn't quite find the right opportunity. When we were in the what's that refrain category, I was thinking about trying to slip it in there, but it just didn't quite work out.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. African rains smell like African water. Oh no, that was upside down.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
That
thank
was a good
you.
one, though.
Listeners, we appreciate you guys for listening, especially those of you who attended our recent live event. That was a lot of fun, so thanks a lot for being there. Let us know if you want us to be a part of a live event that you have at an event thing near you.
That you have.
As events are. For all of us here at the Guest Room Podcast, for KD, for Andy, for Kevin, for Benny Henrik Kissinger.
Oh, I miss him.
I'm Mike, and as always, farewell.